All right. So the question was, being new or a beginner in meditation, how do you develop the willpower or the discipline to do the meditation? That's a great question. So for me, I heard someone talk on meditation, and they said they took a question from someone, and the question was from the audience was like, yeah, I don't know if meditation works or not. And then the speaker asked, well, how long have you been meditating? And the person said, just a few weeks. And, it's kind of intermittent. And he said, well, if you haven't meditated every day for at least 6 months, you're not entitled to an opinion on whether or not it works. And I saw myself in that. And I had tried meditation sporadically, half-hearted, and all that. And so I just decided that I would meditate every day for 6 months, and if it didn't work, I'd never try it again. And the funny thing is that turned into 7+ years of daily meditation. And what was interesting about that experience was at first it was great. I was like, oh, I feel so wonderful, everything's amazing. And then like 2 weeks in, it was like not like that at all. It was terrible. It was really just me sitting down and doing nothing for a few months, probably 3 months. And right when I was about ready to give up, something shifted. So it's important also, and during this time, I didn't have any support. I didn't have a system. I didn't know anything. I was just totally on my own. So what's great about being here this morning and on these Wednesdays is that I'm sharing with you something that I learned that's simple, that's easy to do, and it's effective. And what I started to notice was my life was improving. I was becoming more stable. I had more bandwidth to deal with life and all the, mostly the parts of it that were bothering me. I had more tolerance for it. And I seemed to make better decisions, and I was less averse to different things. And so I just kept going with that because I remembered what it was like when I wasn't meditating and I was just out there, doing my best to get some satisfaction and happiness out of the world. And then I had another experience of just being more easily able to let it go and just let things be the way they are. And the success was a result of results. And over time, I started to see that this was really helping me. It's helping me regulate my nervous system. It was giving me more space between when I would react before to situations. I had more response time, and that's really at the end of the day. I had to decide: was living without meditation better than living with it, or vice versa? And the other thing I'll say about it is have a place that you can go every day at the same time if possible. A lot of people say they don't have time for meditation. The best time is early in the morning or late at night. If you're a night person, great, do it at night. If you're a morning person, do it. If you're neither, make yourself one. I mean, there's lots of time when everyone else is sleeping, right? So I just started dedicating 2 hours of my morning to my spiritual practice. I've been doing that 2 to 3 hours for, since 2018. It's just, that's my time. And it's just my time. So how was that? Reasonable? That was a great question. Okay, so let's, any questions on any of the techniques real quick, technique questions? If not, let's get into a meditation. I'm going to do something a little different this morning that I think you'll like. We good? All right. So always start with finding an upright posture. We want the spine straight because the spine, the spinal cord, this is where all the nerves, this is like this highway from the gut to the heart to the brain to beyond. So this area of the body is very important. It's an important instrument. and part of our spiritual and physical and mental well-being. So as much as possible, always have your spine straight. When you're watching TV, sit with your spine as straight as you can. At your computer, straight. In your car, straight. When the spine is straight, we're able to breathe better. We're able to exchange the breath more fully and completely. And it just promotes vitality, promotes wellness. There's just, it gets so, our posture gets so overlooked. We're always looking at what pills we should take and all this kind of stuff. But just see what sitting and standing straight will do for you. So sitting in a comfortable posture, since we're on Zoom, probably most of us are in a chair. So just sitting at a comfortable height so the body can relax. Feeling our feet just on the floor, creating stability. Holding the head straight with the chin parallel to the floor, nice and level. With the eyes closed, let's just turn our gaze up to the spiritual eye center, a point between the eyebrows, just above the eyebrows. And we don't want to strain the eyes, just gently turning them upward. In meditation, everything we do is relaxed and easy. And holding our eyes in this position will help you stay awake and present during your meditation. It also starts to create activity in the frontal section of the brain. This is our seat of concentration and willpower. So holding our attention here is working on many levels. If you ever notice when you're really concentrating on something, you'll furrow the eyebrows. You'll actually push energy to this point of the brain. So our eyes turned up gently to the spiritual eye. We can place our hands on top of our thighs with the palms up. Creates a nice posture. It allows the arms to support the back, so it gives you a little extra support as you sit up straight. So just take a moment to just relax. And know that for the next few minutes, the same power that holds the entire universe together can hold our lives together. So we'll just trust that for the next few minutes, everything is taken care of. We don't have to worry about our cat or bills or anything we have to do later today or anything we were doing before now. Just let it go so we can be fully present to the experience. Just take a moment to notice how you're doing. Noticing your breath. Feeling for your heartbeat. Noticing where the nervous system is creating tension in the body. Just consciously give it permission to just relax for a little bit, to let go. You're safe. Everything is okay. Take a moment to Turn your attention outside your body, even outside of the room that you're in, and just acknowledge any sounds that are present and invite them to share in the experience with you this morning. Turning our attention back to the body, bringing our awareness down to the soles of our feet, and feeling deeply into noticing what it feels like to have our feet on the floor, noticing the pressure, the temperature, texture of the floor maybe. Just really sink your awareness into this area. Notice anything that you may have never noticed before. Maybe there's a slight tingling sensation at the bottom of the feet, feeling the nerves. Everything we do in meditation, we're sinking our complete awareness into it as much as we can, engaging the mind, not actively trying to disengage the mind, but quite the opposite, engaging it, saturating it. Bringing our attention and awareness up to the palms of the hands, just feeling the hands, noticing if they feel heavy, noticing the temperature in the palms, seeing if you can feel any nerve sensation, electrical activity, what's going on in the hands right now. Like a little scientist experimenting, curiosity. Bringing our attention up to the top of the skull, feeling the scalp. Noticing, feeling, what's there. Try to notice where the hairs are going into the scalp. What's it feel like? What's it like to even be thinking about your scalp? It's probably not something we think about very often. Just seeing what we can notice about these everyday things that seem unimportant. Pulling the mind back a bit. Try to feel the entirety of the body. Feeling its weight. Noticing the chair where it touches the body. Noticing in these areas of contact, how does it feel? Feeling the denseness, the heaviness, the stability of the body. Just notice this body that we inhabit. Everywhere we go, it goes. Just acknowledge for a moment how awesome that is. Even though the body may not be perfect, just imagine how it serves us day in and day out, and how we also serve it by caring for the body so we can have this experience of living. So today we're going to explore the body in a different kind of way. And as we go through this process, we want to give our full attention to feeling as deeply as we can on a physical level, on the level of the body. Then we'll bring our awareness to a more subtle experience of the body, and hopefully even a little more subtle again as we redirect our outward flowing attention. And we turn this attention inward. And as we explore the body, we're going to work with the chakra system within the spinal pathway. We'll also be considering how each chakra, each energy center in the body relates to one of the 5 elements of earth, of water, of fire, of air, and of space, ether. And we'll go from having a physical experience with the element in the chakra to a more subtle, energetic experience, and then to an experience of the essential qualities. And we'll move up the spine in this manner. So as we do this, just again, put your whole attention, be curious, do your best to feel deeply into the experience. And we won't worry about any kind of outcome. We'll just go on a little discovery adventure together. So bringing our attention deep within the body, feeling the area at the very base of the spine. This is the first chakra. In Sanskrit, this is the Muladhara chakra, or the root chakra, and it's associated with the earth element. So feeling the body, feeling this area around this energy center, and imagine that this center of energy had this quality that was radiant, and it radiates energy in waves. And as we feel into the body, in the mind, we're seeing pictures, images of the earth, of dirt, of mountains, sand, however you see the earth, the ground, and feeling it, experiencing it in your mind and in your consciousness. And turning our attention beyond the images of the earth and the ground and dirt, we're imagining that what it's like to stand on the ground. It's firm, it's stable, it's durable. It can hold heat and cold. As we feel into the body, imagining that the same minerals and element and parts of the earth are the same that are contained within the body, the physical body. The area of the first chakra represents stability in our lives. The tribe, the holding together. It's feeling into the experience. Feeling that same stability in the body as it provides structure and durability, shape and form. Moving our attention up the spine, just a couple inches to the area of the genitals. This is the second chakra, Svadhisthana chakra. This area represents water. So feeling into this area of the body, feeling the center radiating, feeling it alive, and imagining the qualities of water as water flows, as waves crash, as water finds its level, how water can be rough, and it can be pristinely smooth. And feeling deeply into the body, noticing the qualities of water within us, noticing the fluidity of water as it finds balance within the confines of the skin. Imagining the fluids in the body as they represent the water element. Feeling the fluidity of creativity, of expression, the ability to create. Just trying to feel into the body, noticing, feeling of water within. Flowing the attention up the spine to just below the navel. So the area of the navel, deep within the spine. Feeling the Manipura chakra. Feeling this part of the body as it radiates, pulses energy, as it feels alive within our being. And the third chakra is associated with the fire element. So as we feel into this area of the body, feeling the heat produced by fire, the temperature inside the body, feeling the heat of our digestion as the body digests food, disintegrates and consumes solid matter within us. And this process creates heat as the food is broke down and converted into energy within the body. Just like fire consumes wood, burning, cleansing. Noticing and feeling this electrical activity of the nervous system, as the nerves are like wires carrying electrical impulses to the brain throughout the entire body. Just noticing the element of fire outside the body, the element of fire within the body. Flowing our attention up the spine to the area of the heart, Anahata chakra, feeling into the physical part of the body, feeling, noticing this radiant energy of the heart. The fourth chakra is related to the air element. Outside the body, feeling, noticing the feeling, the temperature of the air on your skin. Subtleness of the tiny movements of air as it moves the little tiny hairs on the skin. Imagining the feeling of a gentle breeze, how that feels on the body. Remembering a time where the wind was blowing strong and you could feel its pressure on the body as wind and air transforms and transports. How a grain of sand from the Sahara can end up in the United States. There's constant wind and air movement. And also noticing deep within the body as the lungs inhale breath, feeling the movement of air within the body. Feeling the lungs expand, putting pressure on the water element in the body, moving these fluids within the barrier of the skin. Feeling as the air is exhaled from the lungs, as it creates more space within the cavity of the chest and the body. Transforming air into carbon dioxide, which gets exhaled. Notice how we can breathe in the fresh air that's vital. We allow the breath to carry away that which the body doesn't need. How we can breathe out anxiety and fear and tension. We can replace it with health and vitality, security. Moving the attention up the spine to the area of the throat and the neck, to the Vishuddhi chakra, the fifth chakra, the element of ether, of space, feeling the resonance, the energy in the body around the throat. Flowing our attention up to the point between the eyebrows, the Ajna chakra, the sixth chakra. So it also shares the element of space. As we feel into the spiritual eye, we're feeling, perceiving the vastness of space outside of the body in all directions, infinite expanse. Feeling, imagining this vastness as we're present to it. Imagining within the body the vast distances between the cells. From the perspective of an atom, imagine the distance from the tip of the toe to the top of the head. It's infinite expanse within the body, infinite expanse outside of the body. Holding our attention at the spiritual eye, just allow yourself to just observe the experience with curiosity, with full attention, being alert and awake, while the body just is dormant, is inert. And if it feels a little uncomfortable, see if you can just relax and let go. Just avail yourself, give yourself to the moment without expectation, with curiosity. Just relax into the experience. Try to notice the sound of the silence. What do you hear? What do you see? And imagine for a moment knowing that the physical elements of earth, water, fire, air, and ether are found outside of your body, on the earth, in the solar system, the far reaches of the universe. These elements that are found outside on the things that you can see, perceive, are the exact same elements that are found within your body, that consist of your body. So how could we ever be separate from the earth, the air, other living beings, whether plants, animals, other humans? We're all made from the same materials, the same materials as the planets, as the cosmos. So really, there's no way we can be alone. It's not possible. And there's an interdependence between all living beings, the earth, the food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink. It's all shared. It's all borrowed for a period of time. And then the body will die. And it'll just become part of the earth again, which provides nutrients for plants and insects and all the microorganisms that cover the earth. So with knowing this, how could we live differently? How could we live more consciously? How could we pay attention to the beauty that's all around us all the time? Because all we have to do is just withdraw our awareness into ourselves, and we can feel a breeze on our face that we felt when we were a child. We can feel the wind from being on a boat years ago. Just acknowledging the power of the mind and of our consciousness. And instead of reliving always just the bad things that happen to us, what if we were able to extend that to the good things, the amazing things, the beautiful things? How would that make an impact on our lives? How could we have more kindness, more awareness, more self-awareness, more accountability for our actions and our thoughts, our feelings and our moods, as it all has an impact on every living thing, every thought, every emotion. And what kind of ripple do we want to leave? What kind of impact do we want to have on the entirety of the earth and the cosmos? So I invite you to just explore this on your own. You can journal about it. You can come into your meditation and contemplate it. I like to offer my gratitude to this time, to this perspective. As we allow our attention to flow back into the body, feeling this life force, this energy as it flows, imagining it flowing into the spiritual eye, into the crown of the head, and just filling the body with a warm, radiant light, feeling as it flows down through the head and neck, down into the shoulders, upper chest, flowing down into the arms and hands and fingers. Feeling this sensation as it flows down through the lungs and the heart and into the abdomen, down through the hips, into the legs, down into the feet, into the toes, and feeling our feet on the floor, feeling that durability, that stability of earth. Bringing our attention back to the palms of our hands, feeling the temperature, the pressure, the sensations. Bringing our attention fully back to the body. Feeling the weight of the body in our chair. Hearing the sounds again that are outside the body. Before we conclude, just imagine, and do your best to bring this experience with you everywhere you go. The perspective, the insight, whatever happened for you today. Maybe you're just more calm than you were when we started. But share that, radiate that, become that poise, that confidence, that stability, that sense of belonging. And give extra room for people who are stressed out, who are busy trying to get what they want and avoid what they don't want. Try to live always from the perspective that we have a lot more ability to influence our lives than we might think we do. And just commit to being better day by day. All right. So when you're ready, we can open our eyes. And, all right. Here we are. Back on a Wednesday. Business as usual. I hope you enjoyed that. I really like that meditation. It's a great gratitude practice. It's a great way to just really see that I'm really nothing more than just a pile of dirt and water and ideas and stuff, and I'm not nearly as special as I think I am. So it's kind of a nice way to start the day and to live life. And it creates that curiosity, you know. That's one thing that we lose somehow when we become adults. So if you can, spend time with kids. Check them out. See what they're up to. Because honestly, perhaps they could be living even better than we are. Right? They're full of possibility. Anything's possible. And notice how they experience moods, right? They could be losing their mind 1 second. The next minute, they're perfectly fine. Right? What do? We hold on to it. Just let it go. It makes us sick. It makes us crabby. There's just no value. So just let it go. Be like a kid. Be curious again. Sometimes I like to just sit in the grass in my backyard and watch the bugs. It's really amazing what they're doing. They're not worried about what the other bugs said to them. They're not worried about their bills or where their next meal's coming from. It's really interesting. They just live. They're fully present, right? So life's happening now, right now. So make sure you're there for it. Cool? All right, so keep an eye on our Facebook page. I am traveling for the next 6 weeks. I'm going to do my very best to keep our meditations going. But when I'm in New Zealand, it's a 19-hour time difference, so it might make the Wednesday morning meditation challenging, but I might move it to the evening, right? So just our Facebook page is more of the real-time what's coming up next week. And if you pop on here and no one's here, or I'm not here, then you'll know. It just didn't work out. So the next 6 weeks, things will be like that. But again, I like being here with you all very much, and so I will do no longer on Facebook. Yeah, well, y'all can send me an email, I guess. I could send an email, possibly. I'll put my email in the chat here.
Will you have updates on your website?
Yeah, it's not as easy to do on the fly. And I'm trying to simplify my life. All right, so here's my email address. Copy it. You can send me an email, and you can ask me questions or anything like that. And I have an email list that I could just pop an email out to, or I could text Pat and he could put it on WhatsApp or something. So we'll figure it out. Okay. All right, my friends. Have a wonderful day and life, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Chris.
Have a great trip.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. No longer on Facebook. I'm jealous.
If you have a list of folks that you want to have emailed to, I have no idea who the folks are. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I have an email list with about 100 people on it. So I used to send email reminders for all this, but just email. I think I have everyone here. I'll add you all to the list, and that's something I can do, is just do an announcement via email, and then most people will get it. And if someone comes and I'm not here, what can we do?
Thank you, my friend.
We did our best. All right, you all. Thank you.
Can you just tell me your email? Because I can't see it on my screen.
Yeah,
on
Chris,
my phone.
CHRIS at Kriya, KRIYA, Yoga, YOGA, Encinitas, ENCINITAS.org.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Last week I took this through the whole day. It just carried me. Thank you so much.
Good.
The beautiful thing you're doing.
You're welcome.
Really. Have a great trip.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, you all. I'm gonna bye, Pat.
Guys.
Bye, Teresa.
Goodbye. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, Kathy. Let's.
Hi.
Let's take a little break. I'll be back in just a minute or two. Okay.
Sure. No
All right.
problem.